It's about that time, y'all. 4th of July weekend. Another episode of The Foolish Show. The live chat is wide open. We just getting started, y'all. 4th of July weekend. You tune in to The Foolish Show. I hope everybody having a good time, man. I hope y'all enjoying y'all weekend. We just getting started, y'all. Spread the word. Let everybody know. Tune in. We live streaming right now on YouTube and on Twitter. The Foolish Show podcast. Spread the word right now. Good vibes tapping in. I see you. We just getting started, man. Spread the word. The Foolish Show podcast live on the air. It's my time, y'all. If you never heard of me, you can go ahead and Google me. You'll see all my music, all my interviews. I go by the name Foolish. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome y'all to another episode of The Foolish Show. I am your host, F to Ish Foolish, representing reality music entertainment, representing Bentley Records, y'all. I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in tonight to another episode of The Foolish Show. I got some special guests probably going to jump on here after a while, man. But like I was saying, I hope all y'all having a great weekend. Most people are off tomorrow, so you ain't got to go to work. Go ahead and fix you a drink and enjoy yourself. That's what it's all about. Y'all know how we get down on The Foolish Show, man. This is where we spread love. We let everybody get their shine on, everybody get their opinion. Talk about real life stuff, because that's what it's all about, man. So we're going to start the show off tonight. This is Independence Day, 4th of July. We're going to talk about being independent, y'all. What do you define as being independent? That's how we're going to start the day off, y'all. We're going to start tonight off with this topic right here. Since it's Independence Day, what does it mean to be independent? What is your definition? Drizzy, I see you. Shout out to Drizzy checking in. But right now, we're talking about independent. What is it to be independent? What do y'all consider being independent? Is it being able to feed yourself, take care of yourself? Is independent means you make your own money? There's different ways of looking at it, y'all. So what do y'all describe as being independent? Some people might think they're independent, but if you're still dependent on somebody to do something for you, then how are you independent? That's what I want to know, y'all. We want to know tonight. We talking about independent. Since Independence Day is tomorrow, what do y'all consider being independent? You have some women, they independent. They don't need no man. There's some dudes that say they independent. They don't need nobody. But what is being independent? Is it just making your own money? Is it just living on your own to feed yourself? What is being independent, y'all? There's different ways of looking at it. A lot of us might think we independent, but we're not. Because when you look at it, we still depend on somebody for something. Nobody can do everything by themselves. So I feel like we all depend on each other. Being independent is hard. Drizzy say there must be a different levels of independence. Right. Like I was just saying, Drizzy, some people think they're independent, but they're not. Sometimes you can have your own money, but you're still dependent on somebody. A lot of women might say they're independent, they don't need nobody, but they still need some kind of help. Let's go back to the chat, y'all. Right now, if you're just tuning in, make sure you get that thumbs up button, man. That's how you support me, man, and spread the word. Let everybody know that we on the air right now. You tune in to the Foolish Show. Hit that like button. Hit that thumbs up, man. We just getting started. 4th of July weekend. You see what Drizzy say. Drizzy say like 4 on 100 independent off grid. Let's go to good vibes. Good vibes say not being codependent upon anything or anyone at all, in my opinion. I feel you on that. Good vibes. Like being independent, a lot of people say I'm independent. I don't need nobody. A lot of the women still say that, but then they still be begging. A lot of men say that, but they still be begging. A lot of people be fronting, and a lot of artists say they're independent. Independent means you ain't getting no outside help from anyone. You get it all on your own with no assist. That's what being independent is. Let's go back to the chat, y'all. Down to basics done. Putting in work at a 9 to 5. That's real, there, Drizzy. Like, it's different ways of being independent. Some people on the grind, man, and go get it to make sure they eat. They don't depend on nobody. It's all about not depending on no one, because once you get a situation, nobody's going to give you nothing. Nobody's going to give you anything. If you don't go get it, you're going to run around and starve, and you're going to get left behind. So you can't sit around and feel sorry for yourself. All of us got to get off our behind and start being independent. And support yourself, man, and make sure that you're able to keep a roof over your head. We know times right now it's hard. You got gas prices $6. You got chicken and everything else done went up. So it's hard right now to be independent. It's very hard. It's not easy. A lot of people scream independent, but they still just making it. Different levels, like Drizzy says, different levels of being independent. If y'all just tuning in, hit that thumbs up button. We talking about being independent. Since Independence Day is tomorrow, y'all, the 4th of July. What does it mean to you? What's the definition of being independent to you? Is a person that got their own job, their own money, their own car, their own house. Is that being independent? Or can somebody have one or two of those things and still call themselves independent? This is what we're talking about, y'all. It's an open discussion. The live chat is wide open. What do you consider independent? Because now is the time, man, you have to realize we got to get off our behind and make something happen. Excuse me 1 second, y'all. 1 second. Yeah, but like I was saying, man, being independent. What is the definition to you? Shout out to Miss Trill checking in. Everybody checking in right now, man. It's 4th of July weekend. Y'all ain't got nothing else to do. Grab you a snack and tune in to the Foolish Show. You ain't got nothing to do right now, man. Y'all tune in to the Foolish Show. Hit that thumbs up button. I appreciate all y'all love and support. If you just checking in with me right now, we're discussing what is being independent to you. Drizzy say, I'm doing my best to level up every day, working towards being as independent as possible. That's all you can do, Drizzy. That's all we can do. Take everything one day at a time. Rome wasn't built in a day. And what we got to understand is we got to have patience. Everybody live for the right now. I know we want it like this. Everybody want everything at the snap of their fingers. They want it right now. But guess what? Things don't go like that all the time. Sometimes you got to have patience. Sometimes you got to put in that work. You got to put in that labor to see the labors of your fruit. Let's go back to the live chat, y'all. Let's see what Miss Trill has to say. Miss Trill says, Drew, have to start somewhere. Just take it one day at a time. Same thing I was just telling you, Drizzy. That's all we can do out here, man. Try to be as independent as possible. Because ain't nobody's hard for you. Ain't nobody gonna say, here you go. I'm gonna pay your bills. Here you go, here goes some food. Here you go, here go a big old house. You ain't gotta worry about paying no mortgage. We all know that life doesn't work like that. Trill said, I'm independent at the age of 16. My mom raised me to depend on myself and never a man. Well said. Because at the end, you all you have. Especially if you have kids. You can't sit up there and be waiting for somebody else to go do it. You gotta go do it. You gotta make sure y'all eat. So that's what it's all about, Miss Trill. A lot of women, they understand that whether the man is there or not, you still got to make something happen. You still got to provide and be able to make sure that y'all eat. Because we know sometimes you fall on hard times and the money get a little low. But you know what that means? That means you hustle harder. Then you pray a little harder. And after a while, you'll see that trouble don't last for long. Once the rain go away, the sun will shine. So we got to have faith, man, and have patience. Like I was saying earlier, we have to have patience because everybody wants it right now. You want $1 million tomorrow. You want all your problems to go away. I know we all are guilty of feeling like that. We want everything overnight. But it's a process, y'all. So all you gotta do is keep working at it one day at a time. Keep chasing your goals, chasing your dreams till you get to the finish line. That's how you reach the top, y'all. You don't start at the top. That's why it's called climbing. You keep climbing. You climb, you climb, you climb, and you climb till you can't climb no more until you reach your destination. That's what it's all about, man. Once again, I appreciate y'all tuning in. 4th of July weekend on the Foolish Show. We're supposed to have some guests checking in. So we're going to keep chopping it up until they check in. But another thing I want to discuss, y'all, is do y'all feel that it's fair for all these prices that's going up? The cost of living. Because right now, the cost of living is very high. No matter where you at, no matter what state you in, cost of living is high. Everybody, rent don't went up, food don't went up, gas don't went up. So now is the time we got to start really thinking about entrepreneur and finding a way to have different sources of income. That's the only way to be able to make it nowadays. You got to have multiple streams of income coming in. You can't just be dishing out. Because right now, the cost of living is so high. It's crazy. You go to the store, and you get prices of meat and everything else. a loaf of bread, you might spend $200 but have 5, 6 packages of meat. You might put $20 in your tank, and that ain't gonna take you past the first notch. We're living in a whole nother time now, y'all. So it's time for us to get on our grind before we get left behind. We celebrate Independence Day. They say when America became free, when we had our freedom, broke away. But we got to break away as people of this cycle. We can't depend on the government to take care of you and help you all the time. Because at the end of the day, they will fail you. They're going to disappoint you. The government is full of a lot of deceived people. They will tell you anything to get your vote. But when it's time to put food in people's mouth, they ain't nowhere to be found. Now, we had STEC, which helped out a little bit, but then that went away. See, right now, they should be trying to help people more than ever because of the prices so high and everything. We got to understand, man, we living in a whole nother era now. It's different times. It's not back in the days when grandma and them paid 50 cents for a loaf of bread and they had $20 and they can come home with a house full of groceries. Them days are over, y'all. Things ain't gonna do nothing but get worse. The prices is gonna go higher and higher and higher. So what can we do about that? Well, we have to start saving our money. You have to start spending your money wisely. Some stuff you might have to cut back on. Some stuff you might not need. See, it's a difference between wanting something and needing it. You might want that new outfit. You might want them $200 shoes. You might want that new iPhone. But do you need it? Is the question. See, the difference from wanting and needing. A lot of people don't understand that. Shout out to Keystar checking in. Shout out to everybody checking in, man. Y'all spread the word. We live on the air right now on YouTube, the Foolish Show podcast. But we got to balance ourselves, man. Right now, we're talking about being independent since Independence Day is tomorrow. What does it mean to you to be independent? Do you think because you eat every day that makes you independent? If you have your own house, does that make you independent? What is being independent to you? Shout out to Drizzy. Drizzy said, yep, everything going up except my pay. And that's what we're talking about, Drizzy. It's not adding up. So I know everybody's trying to be independent, but it's hard to be independent when all the prices are going up. Nowadays, you need 2 sources or 3 sources or 4 sources of income to be able to make it, just to keep afloat, just to make sure the lights stay on. Not to mention all the extra stuff you got, like your phone bill, you got Wi-Fi, you got gas. But as Drizzy stated, prices going up, but paychecks not going up. And that's the game that they playing out here, y'all. We have to wake up. Because the government don't care about nobody. So only you can care about yourself. If you got people to feed, then you got to go out there and make something happen. You can't sit around and get high all day. You can't sit around and just get drunk. You can't sit around and just procrastinate and not try to make something happen. Shout out to Lil Trill checking in. I see you out there, little man. But if y'all just tuning in, man, everybody tune in right now. We live streaming on the air, the Foolish Show podcast. Y'all know how I get down, man. The realest podcast out right now. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that like button. Y'all share this right now. Tell everybody to come in the room. Turn everybody to join the live chat. Let's go back to the live chat right now. Drizzy say, gonna have to get on YouTube, Brian. You gotta do what you gotta do, Drizzy. A lot of people making more money off YouTube. They're using social media now. You can get paid for your social media if you have a big following. It's different ways out here to get money, y'all. If you got a vehicle, you always know you can Uber or Lyft. So it's time to get creative. Can't sit around and say, I don't want to do that. Or you can't sit around and complain. What complaining ever did? You can talk till the cows come home. You can complain all day long. But what are you doing to fix the situation? That's why if you want to be independent, you got to grind hard. You got to go hard. You got to make sure you and yours got to eat. Ms. Trill says, always try to have multiple incomes. Exactly what we saying. Because right now, man, that one paycheck, it'll be going on rent. Now, what you going to do about gas and food and everything else? What if you got a child? Your child going to stuff. So now is the time we have to be smart. You have to manage your money. Some stuff you might have to cut back on. You got some people that try to be smart and manage their money, and they have a checks and balance. They have coupons. They check their account every day to make sure the number's looking right. That's how it goes. But we have to understand being independent isn't easy. A lot of people can say they're independent, but we all know that's not true, because you're still dependent on somebody. I don't care if it's your mama, it's the government, somebody you're dependent on. But we have to open our eyes, y'all, and see what's going on in this world. It's hard out here to be independent. It's hard out here to get by. Minimum wage ain't went all the way up yet. They went up a little bit, but it still ain't balancing out. They still ain't giving us enough. Shout out to Mama Brand checking in. Let's see what Keystar has to say. Some people can have multiple income, but some don't know how to manage their money. Some don't know how to save. That's what we're talking about. Some people, as soon as that money hit their hands, they spend it. They don't know how to hold on to it. That's why I always have to keep going back and forth to the ATM, because I never want to keep money on me. Because if I keep it on me, I know what I'm going to do. Even though you can spend it still by swiping your card, but I don't want that temptation in front of me. So I keep all my money in the bank. But like he started saying, man, we got to save, manage. Some stuff you got to let go. Maybe this month you can't get that $200 hairdo. Maybe this month you can't buy the new Jordans. Maybe this month you can't go on a trip. Maybe you can't take that vacation this year. You got to learn how to balance and save. Miss Brand says, some people can't just save. People live paycheck to paycheck. And I say that's more than probably half of the world. Most people live from paycheck to paycheck. One paycheck come and you pay all your bills and you have a little fun, and now you waiting on that next Friday or whenever you get paid to come. So we gotta learn how to manage our money, man. It's easier to spend the money as soon as you get it. Think about this, y'all. We have 12 months in a year. Imagine if you put up $100 every month. That's $1,200 that you don't save in a year. If you can afford to put a little more, you can put up $200, and you get my point. If you do that every month, by the end of the year, you might have your little income tax. You might have your stimulus check that you gave to yourself. So that's what it is. You got to understand. Once you get a certain age, when you become an adult, ain't no more handouts. Ain't no more here you go. Ain't no more people feeling sorry for you. Maybe when you were a kid, people start having a little sympathy for you. But when you're grown, you got to go get it. They always told me a closed mouth don't get fed. Drizzy said, for sure, some weeks better than others. Always on top of my checks and balances. That's what it's all about, Drizzy. Sometimes you can't go buy that steak. Sometimes we gotta eat that 99-cent hamburger. Sometimes you gotta live off that dollar menu. You gotta do whatever's necessary to make sure you got funds put up. Because remember, you should always have some kind of stash put up for a rainy day. You never know what's gonna happen. We don't know what's gonna happen. Tomorrow's not promised. So you should always put your stash up. When you're trying to be independent and you're trying to live, you got to watch your money and watch how you spend your money. See, our culture in the hood, as soon as we get money, we making it rain. We ain't putting nothing up. Then as soon as emergency come up, we ain't got no stash to go to. Now we got to go beg everybody. Say, please, can I borrow this? Please, can you help me out? And that's what I'm saying, y'all. We got to realize that it's not guaranteed. Tomorrow is not promised to anybody. We got to live for today. But live smart. Because we know it's hard, man. Like we discussing right now. We talking about being independent. And it's hard to be independent when you got gas $6 and something. When the food is up, when the lights don't went up, everything that you have to pay for don't went up, but your paycheck ain't going up. So now you got to get a little creative, y'all. You got to start putting the stash up, or you got to get you a side hustle. Maybe you got to wash you some cars. Maybe you got to do a couple of Uber lifts. Maybe you got to start getting on YouTube. I don't care what the hustle is. But you got to have multiple screens nowadays because that one source of income is not getting it done no more, y'all. All the government care about is the economy. Why you think the price is going up on everything? It's all about money. Money makes the world go round. It's not about me and you. Me and you ain't important. So you're sitting around waiting on them to feel sorry for you. You're going to be waiting a long time. That's not how life operates, especially when you're grown. You can't sit around and feel sorry for yourself, man. Life doesn't work like that. But let's shift gears a little bit, y'all. And we're going to talk about the opposite sexes. We're going to talk about male and females. Do y'all believe that is a man in a relationship? Is it a man's job to do everything? Is it still a man's job to pay all the bills and keep the household going? Or are we at a point now where it's balanced, where you got to have a woman to balance everything out? Some people still have that old school mentality of man's the one that's supposed to do this. Man got to bring home the money. The man got to provide. But then you got the new school women might be, you know, with or without a man, I'm going to make it. I'm going to go get it. So y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Is it necessary now for a man to carry all the weight? Should a man have to do everything? See, one thing we got to realize, y'all, is nowadays it's hard. What we were just saying about the prices. So if your significant other ain't making it, if he ain't trying or she ain't trying, that's one different thing. But if they trying, then y'all know it's hard out here. So you can't get mad if they don't have it, if you ain't got it. How you gonna get mad at the man for not having money and you ain't got money? How you gonna get mad at the female for not having money if you ain't making money? Nowadays, it ain't no more carrying nobody. You got to try to be independent as possible. Let's go back to material in the live chat. Let's go to her comment. Miss Trill said it should be a balance because me, I bring the table, so it should be equal. That's well said, Miss Trill. It's a partnership. Sometimes everybody don't have it. And you can't get mad at that person because they don't got it. You ain't got it either. Now, that person procrastinating, ain't trying to work nowhere, sitting around trying to eat off you, then I understand. Y'all know you got some leeches that try to suck you dry. You got people that got hands and their hands start to look like cups. They beg so much. I'm trying to tell y'all. So we got to understand that you can't get mad at nobody. You meet somebody and they ain't rich and they can't pay your bill. What happened to building something together, y'all? See, it ain't nothing like meeting somebody and y'all build an empire together where y'all lay the foundation, you lay the bricks, and you can look back at it and be like, look what we did, and we did it together. Keystar saying in the live chat, I have my own everything, so I don't expect the man to do everything. See, we have a lot of independent women on here, but y'all know that a lot of women are not like y'all. You have some women that sit around and say, no, my man ain't gonna take care of that. My man gonna buy me this. You can't sit around and wait for another human being to take care of you. That doesn't make sense, y'all. Because what would you do if that man is not around? What you gonna do if that man died? What if that man go to prison? You gonna sit around and starve? So you gotta learn how to provide for yourself, be able to live. Drizzy say, would you call it traditional for a man to earn the bread? Some still live that way. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Some people still have that mentality of, nah, the man ain't got to do this. If he can't do this for me, then I don't want him. I don't want no broke nigga, is what they say. But the same ones that saying that is broke themselves. That what cracks me up. You talking about what somebody else got. What do you? Drizzy say, take some stress off him so she earn a little property. Stress off him and she earn a little property. Yeah, it's time you guys take the stress off the man. And ladies, don't settle for less. If you meet these dudes, they ain't got nothing to offer you but laying on your back. If they can't help you out when you in need, if y'all got kids and they ain't trying to make sure the kids good, then you might need to evaluate your situation. Maybe you need to reconsider. Maybe you need to go fishing again. But you know, let me tell y'all a lot of our problems. A lot of us, we look for love in all the wrong places. A lot of women look for love in the streets, and they want the street dude. And oh, he's sexy. Well, what is he gonna do for you? What is his mentality? Where is his mind at? Is he just trying to use you? Do he want that one thing from you? What is he trying to do? Keystar said, true, Brand. That's why you don't tell everything, let a person figure you out. Now, that's one thing you don't do. That's an old rule. You never tell everybody your business. Some stuff you got to make them wonder. Because if you tell everybody your business, 9 times out of 10, they're going to try to block it. They're going to try to beat you to it. If you got an idea, let's just say you say, you know what? I'm gonna start selling me t-shirts. And I'm gonna buy these t-shirts, order them offline and sell them for $20. And you tell all your friends. And before you know it, your friends don't beat you to it, and now they got t-shirts already selling. So sometimes it's best to keep your mouth closed and don't tell everything. Don't tell all your business. It ain't everybody's business to know. Ms. Brent says you're right. Sometimes they will just know. All you have to do is sit back and observe. Exactly. Don't tell everybody your business, y'all. Whatever plan you got, stick to your plan. Good vibes say, no, it's not everything. It's too expensive. Yeah, everything is just expensive nowadays. And that's what we're talking about right now. So with everybody screaming independent, it's hard to be independent right now. If you ain't got all them different streams of income coming in, you ain't got your little stash put up, then you're going to be living paycheck to paycheck. You're going to be down to your last $5 to $10. So you got to start thinking ahead. You got to cut back on certain things. Certain things you need and you don't need. We have wants and needs, like I said earlier. You want that $200 hair. You want that $100 pedicure. You want that iPhone. You want to eat steak and lobster, but you don't have to. It's a difference from wanting and need. A lot of people want stuff, but you don't need it. A lot of stuff you can really live without if you think about it. Good Vibe says, yes, I agree. That's just real. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Most of us just want stuff, but you don't need it. And now you're spending unnecessary money. You're spending $50, $80 a day on food when you could have ate a hamburger that day. Or you could have bought a little $5 meal. Some of us got a fancy iPhone, and sometimes you should just get you a regular Android. But remember, we all stuck in the cycle where we got to put on for people. So we got to live for everybody else. You got to make everybody else look at you and say, ooh, look what they got. We got to stay in our own lane, y'all. See, this is how people crash. You know why people crash out in life? Because they don't stay in their lane. You can't live for the next person. You got to live for you. What the next person got don't make you nothing. They ain't got your same bills. Y'all ain't got the same life. That's another thing, y'all. We living for the Joneses. Don't worry about the Joneses. You got to make sure your yard clean. Don't look over there at nobody else's yard. Make sure your yard is right. A lot of us get trapped in that, man. And social media has got everything at an all-time high because everybody's sitting back and looking at everybody. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, they got that. Ooh, they doing this. Ooh, they just bought that. Ooh, they just bought a new car. I got to go get me one. Live your own life. Walk your own path. That's my message to y'all. Don't get caught up in that trap. Don't get caught up in trying to live for somebody else, to get somebody else praise. Should be trying to get praise from the Lord. That praise right there going to be a long ways. Because a lot of us, we losing faith and we rely on the devil and all this evil stuff to take over. So we got to wake up and we got to wake our kids up. Because even our kids is falling victim to these things, y'all. More kids are hating each other now than ever. A lot of these kids got anger in their heart for nothing. What are you so mad about? Why y'all don't like that person? How you let words get you that mad? I don't understand. Some people will allow somebody else to ruin their happiness. If people gonna talk about you, they're gonna talk about me, you, and everybody else. That's just all a part of life. What can you do about it? If it ain't true, you keep it moving. Don't worry about when nobody say live for you. Walk your own path. Live your own truth. Because a lot of us live in a lie. Y'all know what I'm talking about when I say live a lie. You're putting on the front. Everybody want to act like they got it. They big balling. But at the end of the day, you just getting by. You don't know where the next dollar gonna come from. Stop trying to fool everybody. Be real with yourself. Y'all hear me? It's all about being real with yourself. Don't live for others. Because when it's time to eat, they ain't gonna be at the table with you. When it's time to pay them bills, they ain't gonna pay it for you. When them kids say, Mom and Dad, I'm hungry, they ain't gonna feed them. They might feed their kids. So don't worry about other people, worry about you. Walk your own path. Like we were discussing on the other shows, we got too many followers nowadays, not enough leaders. When are we gonna start leading? Anybody can follow. But we gotta learn how to lead. We always follow in trends. You follow what everybody else do. People start wearing their hair like this, everybody wear their hair like this. People start wearing this type of clothes, everybody wear this type of clothes. Social media has got everybody really like followers. We walk around here like zombies and robots. Nobody got a mind of their own no more. Everybody want to look cool. Everybody want to go viral. Live your own truth, y'all. That's something we're not doing. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know somebody, you look at them, and every time you see on social media, they on there flossing. They on there bragging. And you know them personally, you be like, come on. You know you ain't really like that. You know your life ain't really like that. But that's the image that they want to portray to the world. They want you to think that everything is all that in a bag of chips. But at the end of the day, they don't have no more than you and me. We all in the same boat. We all trying to make ends meet and get by. So don't let people fool y'all. Don't get caught up in that trap. They're trying to live for somebody else. It's all about living for you. Make sure you good. Make sure your bill's paid by any means necessary. Now, I'm not telling you to go out there. Don't do nothing stupid. You can, but you're going to pay the price. I ain't telling you to go steal, kill, none of that. You just got to hustle a little hard. It's all about your work ethic and your drive. A lot of people don't have that work ethic. A lot of people sit around and wait for opportunity like this. This is how they looking for opportunity. They waiting for it to fall out the sky. They waiting for it to knock on their door. If you want it, you got to go get it. Because what we were just talking about, y'all, ain't nobody going to feel sorry for you. You grown. Who you think going to feel sorry for you? If anything, they're going to talk about you. They say, boy, it's a shame how John lost all his house and his car and all that. He homeless now. It's a shame Sharika lost her kids and living on somebody's couch. They ain't going to do nothing but talk about you. So you keep worrying about other people. Other people ain't got your back. Live for yourself. If you're trying to be independent, then you got to make sacrifices to do that. Whatever your income is, you got to look at your income. You got to break down your bills. And some stuff you're going to have to do without. Some days you just going to have to live off that dollar menu. You might not be able to get that other phone service. You might have to go with Metro PCS. Sometimes we can't be fancy, y'all. Do what you can afford. Ms. Trill says sometimes opportunities do come knocking. If it's meant for you, God won't allow it to happen. And that's another thing, Ms. Trill. Some people will have opportunities come knock at their door, but they don't open it. Some people have opportunities go right by. So we have to remember, we have to seize our opportunity. Seize the moment. Because guess what? It might not come around again. Let's talk about living for today. You know, we all have a habit of, we got things to do or things that you just want to get done. And you sit back and you be like, man, I'll do that. I ain't worried about it. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do that next week. I'll do that next year. We got to understand, the next minute is not promised. Talk about next year. The next month is not promised. So we got to live for each day and live each day to the fullest. Enjoy yourself. Don't take life for granted. You put stuff to the end, but what if your life comes to an end? Whatever you can do it today. I totally agree. Being independent is knowing how to sacrifice. You got to make sacrifices in life, period. For anything you want, it's going to have to be sacrifices made. You can't just think that life just going to come easy. People always told me that life is hard. And every good person I know, I don't care who it is, every good person I know done been through something. They don't have ups and downs. It wasn't all ups. So the sooner or better y'all realize that, the more you'll start enjoying life. Live life each day to the fullest. We can't push everything off to tomorrow. If it's something you gotta get done and you can do it right now, then try to make it happen. Because who's to say that you're gonna be alive to do it? You don't know plenty of people. It could be a family member, could be a coworker, could be anybody you know. You were just talking to that person, and now that person dead and gone. The next minute, it could be you. So remember, tomorrow ain't promised. Live for today. Put in some work, hard work, sacrifice. Take care of the family. Try to stay away from all the crazy stuff. Stay away from drama. Life never goes good when you have a whole bunch of drama going on, or when you're always in somebody else's business. Like I told y'all earlier, you know how accidents always happen in life? People crash out because they don't stay in their lane. We have to learn to stay in our lane, y'all. Live for you. Stop living for other people. Don't worry about what they're putting on social media. Don't worry about what money they posting. Don't worry about they posting their jewelry and showing their new car or showing what they bought their kids. You get your kids what you can. You drive what you're able to drive. Because you're trying to keep up with them, you're going to go broke. It might take you under trying to keep up with the Joneses. Keep your eye on the prize, man. It's hard work being independent. It's hard work living. Life ain't easy. Y'all should see that by now. It's getting more harder. A lot of things happening. It's going to be a food shortages. They said a lot of cattle and stuff done got destroyed. Done burnt up. So a lot of meat they ain't going to be able to find. There's a lot of stuff on the shelves in the stove. A lot of them shelves going to start getting empty, y'all. So we might have to go back to, like we sisters, you might have to start using a garden. You might have to start growing your own tomatoes and collard greens like grandma and great grandma them used to do. Because there's a food shortage coming, y'all. I'm telling you right now, don't sit back and wait and say I ain't tell you. You already see what's going on with the gas. You see what's going on with your rent. Look at the signs, y'all. Don't be a fool. Miss Brent said the moral of the story is stay in your lane. That's what we're saying right now. Don't live for others. Do what you can. Live off your budget. If you can afford it, fine. If not, don't worry about it. Don't worry about what Sharika them got. Don't worry about what Chris them doing. Worry about you. And live each day to the fullest. And take it one day at a time, y'all. We got to realize God don't work on our clock. He might not come when you want him, but he's going to be there on time. He's not going to put nothing on you that you can't bear. This is all a test. So how many of us is going to pass this test? Or how many of y'all going to give up? Are you going to give up on life? You going to let your kids see you struggle? Or are you going to stand up tall and look at adversity in the face and accept the challenge? It's all up to you. Nobody can live your life for you. We are responsible for our own life. So remember, what goes around comes around, y'all. It's called karma. So you got people that go around just doing wrong and doing dirt to everybody. Do you really think that dirt ain't gonna come back? I don't care if it come when they on their deathbed. I don't care if it come in the middle of the night. Karma's coming. Don't think that you can just go around just doing dirt and mistreating people and think you're gonna get some blessings. You're fooling yourself. If y'all look around, we got a lot of evil around us. A lot of people taking guns, loading guns up and just going to kill people. People that ain't nothing to them. Like, it has to be something that's mentally unstable to make people just want to go kill. Because no matter what somebody did to you, the world could treat you cruel, but that don't mean you take it out on everybody. We have to learn how to deal with our problems. And we always deal with our problems through violence. And all violence does is make everything worse. If y'all realize that, the more you want to take stuff in your own hands, the worse it becomes. You ever heard that term, sometimes you got to let go and let God? Sometimes you got to let God fight your battles. See, us humans, we think we know everything. We think we can do everything. Some battles you ain't going to be able to handle. Your shoulders ain't broad enough to carry that burden. Don't try to fight all your battles. Surrender your problems, man, to the Lord. Have a little faith. We all must have faith. Because without faith, you have nothing. What are you going to turn to when all this stuff is going on in the world? Who you think going to help you out? Who you think going to come bail you? You're going to have to call on. It's going to be a time when mama them can't help you. Your brother them can't help you. Your coworker them can't help you. The preacher can't help you. Your doctor can't help you. There's going to come a point where you're going to have to call on them. That's the real problem solving. But we try to take it in our own hands and try to fix our own problems and think we have the power to do so. And then you wonder why we still stuck in the same position. Because you don't have no faith. But I appreciate y'all tuning in. We're going to go a little bit more longer I want to wish everybody a happy 4th of July if you out there watching. And if you watch this video in the future, happy 4th, stay safe. Y'all make sure y'all be careful with these fireworks. You know how all these accidents happen when people blowing their hands off and face off and everything else. So y'all watch them kids when you lighting them fireworks. Make sure y'all stay safe. And do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. If you ain't did it yet, hit the like button. If you ain't shared this video, share it on all your social media platforms. What you holding it for? Let everybody else hear some of this stuff. Let everybody else join in on the conversation so they can leave their comments. Why you ain't tell your friends and family yet about it? Don't be stingy. We got to share this. But this is for everybody, man. Anybody free to come on here and join in and leave a comment. But before we go, gonna get into one more topic, y'all. And we're gonna discuss being a single mother. There's a lot of single mothers out there that's trying to make it. They try to do all they can. They didn't ask for it. They didn't ask to be a single mother. But you got some mothers that's trying to do all their best to make sure their child eat. Their child got a roof over their head. So we know it's very hard. But my message to y'all ladies and whoever watch this is keep your head up and never give up. If you don't want to be there, then so be it. You still have to play your part. You still have to be the mother. Because believe me, it's going to come a point in time when it's going to hit that man. Even when that child grow up, he going to look at him a different way. He going to say, Daddy, I mean, you my daddy? Oh, really? Where you been at all them birthdays? What happened to you on Christmas? What happened to that bicycle I wanted? What happened when you didn't show up at my football game? So sooner or later, ladies, it's going to hit him. It's going to hit him right in the heart. So even if you and him can't get along, you still have to do his mother's job. There still ain't no excuse. So a lot of millions of people that growed up without a dad, and some of them still became successful because they had a strong mother. We all know it ain't nothing like a mother's love. That mother's love touch it different. No matter how wrong, no matter how much trouble her child get in, a real mother will never turn their back on their child. You can't turn that mother love off. Even when they get grown, mothers still worry. They still can't sleep. Worrying about their child. And that's a sign of a good mom. That she cares so much that she prayed over her child to make sure her child was covered. Some of us got a lot of good mothers out there, but we don't appreciate it. Some of us got a lot of good fathers out there, but we don't appreciate it. Time to appreciate your parents. Let your mama know how much you love them and do something for them. Don't wait for Father's Day and all this here. Take them somewhere. Go sit down and eat. Or y'all watch movies together. Do something. Go to the casino. Tell your mom and dad, let's go out and go to the casino. I don't care what you do, but you got to appreciate them. Because guess what? When they dead gone, you're going to miss them. So you got to appreciate it. Appreciate your parents. Appreciate everybody that you have around you that show you love. Let's see what Miss Trill said in the live chat. You are right because I'm riding with my son until God call him home. Yeah, you can't turn off that mother's love. I don't care. He could be 30-something years old, Miss Trill. You still gonna be worrying about him. Just like your mama is still worried about you to this day. I guarantee you, anywhere you go, anything you do, she's still gonna worry. That's a mother's love. All mothers are not like that. But the real mothers, they're gonna love hard and they're gonna give you all. And that's all you can ask for. Mama could teach you right from wrong, but it's up to you to take that knowledge in and live it. Nobody can't live for you. Because there's gonna come a point when, as a mother or as a parent, you're gonna have to let that child go in the world, and he or she gonna have to fend for themselves. They're gonna have to learn how to make it. So as parents, what we have to do, what y'all have to do, is teach them how to survive. That's your job. Your job as a parent is to teach the youth how to survive without you. Without you being around. That's how you know you did your job as a parent. But if you still got your child leeching and begging off of you and living off of you, and they 25, 24, then you ain't take that pacifier their mouth fast enough. You're a couple of years late. Got to prepare them out here, because guess what? The world is not going to care. This is the whole world. They're going to get talked about. They're going to get mistreated. They might even get shot. They might even get took to jail. There's a lot of trials and tribulations out here that they can just get involved with, and there ain't nothing y'all can be able to do about it. That's why you catch them at an early age, and you teach them right from wrong. And you teach them by being independent. You teach them by trying to be an entrepreneur and not always working for somebody. You install that in them early. Catch them kids early. That's what a good parent do. Your job as a parent is to prepare your child for this world. Because guess what? You ain't gonna be here forever. You might be dead and gone before they become an adult. But you want to teach them values and lessons. And that's what we're missing. We don't have no more principles no more. Everybody just live however they want to. Nobody care about the next person. We don't care about our neighbor. As long as we eating, our neighbor can starve. That's our mentality. We don't worry about each other. And that's sad if you think about it. We was put on this earth to praise God and to love each other. But most of the time we do the opposite. You know why? Because we're busy being selfish. We always worrying about you. Sometimes you got to jump out of your body and think outside the box. The world doesn't revolve around you. Everybody's living in the same world, y'all. So to be a good parent, it takes sacrifice, but you got to be a good teacher. You got to teach. Teach your child right from wrong. Teach them how to count. Teach them how to manage money. Teach them about credit. Because you know, most of us, by the time we learn about credit, our credit is bad. Somebody done put 3, 4 things in our name. Now you can't go get no house. You can't go get nothing. Teach your child about credit. Teach them about being an entrepreneur. Teach them about right and wrong. Teach them about hanging around the wrong crowds. Teach them about how to be a leader and not a follower. Because that's what's wrong with our youth. You see everybody else flashing their guns, everybody on social media flashing their money, so they're going to want to follow that same thing. But it's up to you to tell them. Let them people do that and live their life. You live your life. Don't worry about them. Worry about you. My mother always told me trouble is easy to get into, but it's harder to get out of. All it takes is one mistake, one bad decision, one wrong move can destroy the rest of your life. I'm going to say it one more time. All it takes is one mistake, one bad move can destroy your whole life. So we talking to the parents out there. right now. Your job is to guide the youth. Teach your child right from wrong. Because if you don't, you might end up sitting at their funeral. You might see them on the obituary. If you don't help guide them in the right direction. That's your job as a parent. They got to be able to survive and live when you're not around. That is your job. Take me another drink, y'all. Yeah, Miss Brent, we keep it real over here. You know, we spit facts. This is the Foolish Show. We don't come in here to play. We try to talk to people. Because a lot of people wasting time with all this other stuff, whatever's trending, whatever everybody talk about on social media, whatever rapper, whatever celebrity. Let's talk about your household. Let's talk about who out here is making good decisions in the world. Who out here is raising their kids right. That's what's important. What are we doing to change the world? Because we could sit here and complain all day. We complain about all these gas prices and everything else. But what are we doing to make sure that we're going to be straight? That's what I want to know, y'all. Because right now, the blind is leading the blind. So where's the promised land? When are we going to get there? How are we going to get there? When everybody around here like zombies and followers. Following everybody on social media. Following the trends. Doing anything to get a little clout. Anything for attention. That's all the devil's trap. Miss Brent says, sons, you speaking nothing but truth. I'm enjoying this show. I appreciate it, Miss Brent. I'm glad on it. You know, I give it to you straight over here. We don't use no chaser. I give it to you straight. I don't know how to sugarcoat stuff. We talk that real. It's time for us to wake up, man. Live life to the fullest. Take care of your kids. Say your prayers and have some faith. And see what life takes you. Tomorrow ain't promised to nobody. Y'all could be watching this show right now. Ain't no guarantee that you'll be around for the next show. Ain't no guarantee you're going to live to see the morning. So appreciate each day. Make sure you wake up. Thank God for each day. We all wake up in the morning and we think about everything else. First thing you're going to do, you get up. Most of the time, we don't even wash our face and brush our teeth. We're grabbing this. You grab your phone. You got to check all your social media. Ain't get the coal out your eye yet. You didn't even thank God yet. First thing we doing is grabbing cell phone. Seeing what the world talking about. That's all we living for right now, y'all. Everybody's living for each other. Social media got everybody's mind messed up. It's not all bad. It's a good thing because social media allows you to get your message out to a whole bunch of people. It allows you to make new friends. It's a lot of good things. So it's just like any other thing. You have the good and you got bad. You got his good sides and you got his bad sides. But don't be brainwashed. So if you want to be independent, that's the topic we were talking about today. The moral of the story is stay in your own lane and live for you. Don't worry about what the Joneses them doing. You don't know what they sacrificing over there. You don't know how long they've been saving their money to go buy their new car. They could have been working 3 extra jobs on the side that you didn't even know of. You'll never know the struggles, y'all. We're always looking from the outside, trying to look and assuming and guessing that you know somebody's life. Don't believe everything you hear, and don't believe everything you see either. It's called deception. People put on the front. People put on the show and make you think that they balling. But like I stated earlier, They ain't got no more than me and you. They just putting on the front. You call them fakers. And some people just fake it till they make it. They feel like, hey, if I fake it long enough, sooner or later I have it. To each his own. But my thing is, walk your own path. Live for you. You can't live for the next person. So why are we so worried about what the next person cares? The next person's opinion means so much to y'all. You want your neighbor to like you so much. You want people to be jealous of what you got. Whatever you got, be thankful for it. What I always try to tell myself, I try to be thankful for what I have and not worry about what I don't have. That's how I try to live my life. If I don't have it, then I guess it's not meant for me to have it. But I try not to sit around and dwell on it. What is meant for me might not be meant for you. What's meant for them might not be meant for you. Take what you got, take your blessings and enjoy it. Be appreciative of what you got. I don't care if you're living in efficiency. Be happy that you got a roof over your head. I don't care if you got hot dogs and a pack of noodles in there. Be happy you got them hot dogs and them noodles and you got something to put in your stomach. Because you don't see them commercials that they still show, where them people still bony and starving. When you go out and you go to the store, you don't see them beggars and them homeless people. Should that not tell you to be thankful? Thank God it's not you. Count your blessings, man. Appreciate what you have. A lot of us don't do that enough. We always want more. You're always asking God for something else. He give you $1 million, you'll be on your knees praying for $1 million more. It's never enough. You got to show appreciation, man. But I appreciate everybody, man, tuning in tonight. If you're just watching the Foolish Show for the first time, you see this how we get down. We get on here and we talk about real life stuff. And we have good, great conversations. And it's all real. What more can you want? Everybody else, it's make-believe. I told you, you go watch TV. All that's already written. It's scripted. All the reality shows, all that love and hip-hop and everything else. Real Wives and all that scripted. It's not reality. It's not real. They might be using real people, but it's not real life. It's all scripted. They telling people when to say this, when to start fighting, when to cause drama, when to act ratchet. What you see is what you get on the Foolish Show. We come on here and we just freestyle everything. Nothing ain't practiced. I like to keep the show original like that, man. What you see is what you get. But I ain't gonna hold y'all up too much longer. 4th of July weekend, I appreciate y'all. I always appreciate all the love and support from everybody. And if you haven't done it by now, please go check out my music. It's on all platforms. Look me up, Foolish. Bentley Records. That's who distribute my music, y'all. That's my music out everywhere. Bentley Records. So shout out to Bentley. Shout out to my label, my own label, Reality Music Entertainment. That's the movement, y'all. We're gonna build that. It's gonna be the hottest label, man, in Florida when I'm done. But it's all about hard work. I understand nothing comes overnight. And I'm willing to put in work. So a lot of people gonna tell you what you can't do. It ain't gonna happen. Why you keep trying? It's gonna always be some naysayers. But I'm telling y'all now, you gotta prove people wrong. You make them eat them words. Make them eat it. For all your doubters, all your haters, all the people that's praying for your downfall, make them look stupid. You know how you make them look stupid? By being successful. By going extra hard. You let that be your motivation. Say, I'm going to show y'all that I'm going to make it on whatever I'm trying to do. Whether you're going to school, or whether your goal is to own your own house, or whatever your goal is, don't let nobody talk you out of it. Let them doubt you. Let them tell you you can't do it. And you prove them wrong at the end of the day. But I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Foolish Show. Everybody have a happy 4th of July. Stay safe. Like I told you earlier, don't blow nothing off. Don't blow your fingers off. Don't hold none of your hand. You got fireworks. Put it on the ground and light it. There's too many freak accidents happen every year, y'all. And watch kids. We don't want that bad to happen to the kids, y'all. So y'all check me out. We're back on the air Tuesday night. I got a couple of guests lined up. Got a few more artists who gonna come on, gonna do a little interview. Then we're gonna talk about what we talk about, that real stuff, that reality talk. So I see y'all Tuesday night, same time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. Spread the word. Hit that thumbs up if you haven't. Share this video. Y'all have a blessed 4th of July. From my family to yours, I'll see y'all Tuesday night. We will be back on the air. We will be live. It's on and popping, y'all. Y'all have a blessed night. See y'all Tuesday. One love.